RIRA has been a presence for the past 10 years by virtue of the free breakfast we provide and through the blood drive we sponsor. Neither the RIRA column nor their advisories have included these RIRA events, and I've asked President Torres to rectify the submission. This evening, Sherry will be asking for volunteers to work at the breakfast table on Good Shepherd Plaza. Our first 3 Saturdays at the farmers market signing up blood donors have been very successful, with 62 pledges so far. You guys were very persuasive. Again, if you can give blood, do. New York City runs out of blood every summer, and so the life you save may be around. The meeting between residents and the resident RIAC board members has been fully covered in the Island Press, and I think we can all look at this experiment as an unqualified success. The questions and comments were sharp, insightful, and courteous. The directors have indicated that they will repeat the exercise, and I hope this indicates a new page in RIAC Director-Resident Relations. Questions involving red bus routes and schedules continue to be raised and discussed. The RIAC Operations Advisory Committee has been meeting regularly to keep the directors and the community up to speed on all facets of island infrastructure work. However, there is a special meeting scheduled for tomorrow evening to address specifically red bus and bicycle control issues. I will be there, and the chairs of the Island Services and Planning Committees were also invited. As with most RIAC committee meetings, the public is welcome. 1 year ago, almost to the day, an innovative idea was broached regarding our relationship with whichever graduate school won the contract for the Goldwater Hospital site. We learned about Community Benefit Association, CBA, that could bring together many organizations for the purpose of negotiating constraint with a developer encroaching on our neighborhood. A year later, we know that Cornell Technion is the winner, and that the CBA is called the Silicon City Coalition. However, we know precious little else. They will meet tomorrow evening to address some of these concerns, and I expect that Susan Marcus, representing RIRA, will report back to the Common Council on their progress. However, we will not meet in regular session again until September, and a great deal of time has passed without a viable organization representing this community among other stakeholders. I find this troubling. RIRA has not agreed to endorse the Silicon City Coalition or to join it as a participating member, but that question will undoubtedly face us very soon. It seems to me that we have 3 choices. 1, to sign their Pledge of Allegiance and subsume the community's interests within those of a coalition, or 2, to repudiate the CBA and have RIRA represent the residents unilaterally, which is all right in our mandate, or 3, to continue our discussions with Cornell on behalf of our neighbors until such time as the Silicon City Coalition is a functioning entity, and then to vote on whether to join it or not. RIRA was the core group in creating the coalition, and for the past 10 years, and for those reasons, I would opt for the 3rd choice. However, make no mistake, as RIRA councilors, our sole responsibility is to this resident community, and we must determine our future with Cornell on that basis. I expect that Susan Marcus, speaking for the RIRA Silicon Island Subcommittee, will have more to say during the committee reports. As I noted, this is our last regularly scheduled meeting until September 5. This is an election year, and among other considerations, we must decide whether to hold another election for RIAC board seats that will expire early in the new year. Given that our February election has yet to be acknowledged by the governor, this may not be an easy choice. As for the RIRA elections, I hope all of you will consider your options over the summer and decide to run for another term. While what we do here is not always fun, democracy is loud and messy, after all, it is essential to the quality of life for the residents, has been since RIRA was incorporated 35 years ago, and will continue to be at least until the lease with New York State expires in 2068. And finally, announcing for the record that I will not seek another term on the RIRA Common Council, nor will the chair. We started in 1997, have volunteered for every committee and every fundraiser, and would not regret a nanosecond of the time we've served here. But we're tired, and our friends and our relations tell us that we're crashing boards and must find something else to talk about other than this one. Further, no organization purporting to represent the views of 14,000 people should become as closely associated with one person as RIRA has in the beginning. By November, I will have served 4 terms, 8 years as president, and I fear that I have overstayed my welcome. It's time that new voices, new ideas, new skill sets, and renewed energy took over the leadership of this essential organization. That leadership has come from you, the grizzled veterans of the last 2 years or longer. Please consider running for president and call me should you wish to discuss what the job entails. I've been proud to serve in this council and to serve the community I love for the time to go. The future is in your hands, my colleagues, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
3 cheers. Hip, hip.